في أكبر الكتب.
What up, though? It's your boy Joe De Niro, Infinite TV 360, the podcast, and this is my boy Cashew Stupid. What up, though, baby?
What up, though, my baby? You know me, Cashew Stupid. You already know we in here.
Oh yeah. Today we got a very special episode. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call this one
Mic checking.
Mike Checking on Infinite TV 360, the podcast, where we're going to break down some of hip hop and the origins of hip hop, going through some of its greatest pioneers and people that brought us this amazing culture that most of us are tuned into today. You know what I'm saying? So right now, we're going to go through the elements of hip hop before we really get into the full thing.
Because a lot of people don't know the elements. You got to give them the elements because they don't. Where would we be if we didn't know the elements? Everything is made up of something. Hip hop is made up of 5 of those things.
You know what I'm saying? And some of us use it and don't even realize that we're using it. And so what we want to do here is we want to break down the history of hip hop. For those of you who don't know it, you know, we got the youngsters that's probably not even hip to what the elements of hip hop.
They ain't even hip to the hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? So before we get into each of the elements, the first element is MCing.
Right, MCing. You know what that is? That's the master of ceremonies. That's the mic controller. That's the man that moves the crowd.
Move the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we got the DJ for DJing. You know, it's been a lot of famous DJs. Once upon a time, you know, hip hop, the MC gave all the props to the DJ, but somewhere along the line that kind of flipped. But the DJ is the one that creates the beat. He creates the groove. And then the MC would come on. So it's kind of changed right there. Right now, you don't hear too much about the DJs unless you go to a club.
Right. And with the evolution of that is now that DJ is now the producer.
The producer. Yeah.
And so now we got the producer saying his name at the beginning of the song.
Exactly. So the next element is breakdancing.
Oh, yeah.
When we grew up, breaking was everywhere. And I'm sure in some parts of the country it's still going down, but breakdancing done went from breaking to crumping to sea walking to some of everything, but that's still all hip hop.
Going dumb, all that.
Going hyphy. No doubt.
And so it's funny because breakdancing, even the name, even the word comes from the break beats that the DJs did. And they call it breakdancing because that's when you dance. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And I know some of y'all probably don't even know what the break beat is, but we also going to get into that. So real quick, the break beat is that section, that instrumental. You know what I'm saying? So what the DJs would do is they would mix it on 2 turntables so it'd just extend the length of that break beat. You know what I'm saying? That's the sweet spot. As DJ Kool Herc called it, the merry-go-round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like an instrumental loop. They would take a regular song and make it into an instrumental.
And that's when the MC would come on and he would do his thing. Next is graffiti. We see graffiti everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They even start putting graffiti on clothes.
And that's definitely a part of hip-hop.
Definitely. You don't see too many more graffiti artists like you did in certain parts of the country. But if you go to New York, Detroit, Chicago, even Cali, you're going to see tags everywhere. And it's a real big thing. Just look for the dude with the spray paint on his fingertip.
Exactly. Right. That's the color of the hip hop right there. That's what adds the color of the hip hop right there, the graffiti. That lets hip hop be seen.
Now, and the fifth element of hip hop is definitely knowledge. Referring to the education of hip hop culture, where it's come from, how it got here, and what it is. And so a lot of us don't have the full knowledge of hip hop. I was born in it. I wasn't sworn in it. I was born on this. This ain't something like I can't take it off. It's either on you or in you. And this is and hip hop is in me, most definitely. This is what I grew up on, and this is what I still listen to today. Coming up on my 5th decade, I still bump hip hop. And I pull something from the 80s, 90s, and listen to my playlist, and you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? It also plays a role. The knowledge also plays a role in the struggles that different communities go through. And so we use hip hop as a way to tell our stories. And that's where the knowledge come in. And you know, the hip hop that we used to listen to, or the hip hop that I grew up with, always told a story. Maybe not so much now, but they still got a story. It's a lot of MCs out here right now, and they telling their truth, you know, and sometimes it end bad, sometimes it's good, but it's still a story. And so that's where the knowledge come from.
And that's the reason for our show, the knowledge, that fifth element right there. That's the reason for our show. That's the reason, so we can educate on the elevation of hip hop, where it came from, where it started, where it's going, where it's at now. You know, like it or not, how if it's dead or if it died for a second, R&B took over for whatever. That's the reason for our show. Is that fifth element of hip hop, is the knowledge, so that you can know where it come from.
Exactly. So MCs,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So we got some great MCs that, some of the first ones that come to mind, you know, and being that this is a historical type show, my first favorite MC was Rakim. The God MC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because he always spoke on the situation that was going on in the communities, from I ain't no joke to paid in full. I need to get paid.
The song was paid in full and he was broke.
And he was broke. Yeah. He was saying,
I need to
yeah, I'm trying to get digging in my pocket. All I feeling is lint.
Yeah, that was
You know what I'm saying? So Rakim was one of my first favorite MCs, and he really got me into it. And he was very poetic with his style, very little curses, and I liked the way he just spoke clearly, so you could truly understand what he was saying. And yes, he got his point across. His tone, his delivery, everything right there. I must have listened to Paid in Full until it broke, and then I bought it again. Yeah. And then I think the next time I bought it was a CD, but I kept buying it because the cover was new, you know, with the Gucci fit, with the cable chain on. Yes, man. Yeah. So he was my first MC that I really, really, you know, was like, okay, I like this thing called hip hop. Now, what about you, Shoes? LL, yes.
I gotta say LL, because LL had said he was bad, and it was like, oh man, like he talking about this nigga, I'm bad. I'm like, and then look, wait a minute. No rapper can rap quite like I can. Come on, man. Who gonna see how you just gonna come out there? He was like standing on the car.
But you think about it though, when that came out. Who?
Yeah, it wasn't really nobody.
Who? Nobody had his flair. Nobody had his style. Nothing. He put swag. He had swag before it was a word.
Yes. And he remember him on Crush Groove when he bust in the office. And he came in there. They was talking about we ain't taking no more appointments today. He came in and did his song. They signed him on the spot. I think that really happened.
He said Crush Groove. I mean, my listeners know what Crush Groove is.
Crush Groove.
We might have to talk about greatest hip hop movies.
Yes, we got that. That is definitely an episode coming soon. But Crush Groove, go look it up if you haven't seen it yet before we even get into it. Do your homework. Crush Groove, though. But yes, LL, because every song, I mean, he needed love. It was also when he first came out. He was bad, but he needed love. Like that right there, he was, and he was fresh as hell. He was always fresh. So that was like the thing. Like for me, like he got the one fat gold rope, just the one with the Kango. He had his own style. Nobody had.
And then My Radio.
And
and I think that song hit because everybody had a boombox or wanted a boombox.
Yes. And the boombox, you put that on that when we're breakdancing.
Yeah.
You put the boombox down, and you got you got
your music.
The cardboard, roll out your little cardboard right there. So it was LL for me. That was my first MC where I was like, it might have been a group at first, but no, as a solo artist, as a person coming out spitting, it had to be LL, man. That dude, man.
LL played a big part in my youth. Yeah. You know, for me, besides Rakim, I mean, truly, I was a Fat Boy fan.
Yeah, I could see that. Fat Boy for sure.
Fat Boy. The Human Beatbox, man, rest in peace.
Hey, hip hop right there with the Human Beatbox.
They did movies. What was the movie? Disorderlies.
They was in Crush Groove.
You gotta watch Crush
Groove. You gotta watch Crush
All
Groove.
You Can Eat. All You Can Eat.
They had the song. They was in high school on Crush Groove.
Yeah, all of them was young though, bro.
Yeah,
LL was 17. They probably was 15, 16, 17. Everybody was young back then.
Human Beatbox, Baby Mama is the girl that sing with that rapped with on the Blackstreet song. What's her name?
On which Blackstreet song?
Blackstreet song. No Diggity.
Oh, no way.
Yes. What's the girl name? I can't think of her name. That's messed up, man. But that's the Human Beatbox's Baby Mama.
The Human Beatbox.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
He was a big dude.
I wanted to beatbox. I think I went Queen Pen.
Queen Pen.
Okay.
Yes, Queen Pen.
No way.
Yes, sir.
That's some. Hey, I just learned something myself. I just learned. See, knowledge. They go to knowledge.
Knowledge, right? There we go. Yeah.
Queen Pen. I went through every phase of hip hop before I finally landed on what I thought I could do well. So I tried to be an MC. Wasn't good. I wasn't good. I was like Rabbit in the first scene in 8 Mile. I was ready in the bathroom. I was looking calm and ready. But when I got on that stage and started looking at all them faces, I said, I can't do this shit. What was I thinking? Not me. I tried to break dance and my backspin wouldn't quite spin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My legs wouldn't go all the way.
It wouldn't spin. I was like a dry turtle on my back. You know what I'm saying? But what I fell in love with truly was DJing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My aunt was in a record pool, and this is when we had the rack stereo, so we didn't have turntables, but my fader was the volume knob. So once I learned how to scratch it and get the volume knob right, it was over. I was ordering records. Monty Ruth was like, "Well, I didn't order this. What is this? I didn't order this." I was ordering everything that was hip hop and scratching them up. And she didn't care because she didn't listen to him, so it was easy. It worked out. Shout out Auntie Ruth. Thank you. You probably didn't never know that. You know what I'm saying? It was me. But I eventually was able to parlay that into club DJing. I did parties, and it kind of evolved into what you see right now. You know, I always wanted to do more in the industry, and that's just what hip hop is. They always doing more, breaking barriers. It never changes, or should I say, it never stays the same. You know what I'm saying? So many things have come straight from the days of LL Cool J and Kool Herc.
Yes.
So many things have changed from the first rappers and the first MCs and the first breakers. Crazy Legs, shout out to Crazy Legs, and the first graffiti artists. So many things have changed and evolved. It's a multi-billion-dollar world.
Yeah.
Culture. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to talk on hip hop a little bit.
And for since you spoke on Kool Herc, DJ Kool Herc, and since we're on DJing, how he was able to just create that from basically almost created hip hop. He's known as the father of hip hop, but just by taking those two songs, taking those two albums, and creating that break for us to dance to, a break dance to, or even a rap over, just him doing that, just made a whole way for us something to do. Because all we had was disco at the point. We was going to the disco because black people were going to disco and doing the disco thing and dressing with the net.
Disco, Motown.
Yeah, that's all we.
That's pretty much all we had.
Motown. Yeah, we really had Motown. But that's all we had.
All we really had.
And if you notice, they created a new wave calling it funk or American funk or funk. They had created this new wave or whatever. But yeah, shout out to DJ Kool Herc who had just found that for us so we could have something for our own. You know, I just wanted to put that in there. And wait a minute, let me segue into the next one though, because you found your way DJing and that was cool for you, but breakdancing for me, which is the next element he's going to get into. I don't want to jump the gun. Let him go ahead.
No. We right on track.
Yeah, because breakdancing for me, I was able to get it in on the breakdancing side, you know. Because I wanted to try all that stuff. For me, at first, I thought breakdancing meant break, so you were going to break something. It wasn't until later, because I had broke some stuff before. So it wasn't until later that I realized, breakdancing is break for the beat, for the break. Because by the time I started breakdancing, we had rap songs already.
No doubt, no doubt.
I wasn't in the very beginning in the 70s. I was born in 76. In 79, I wasn't breakdancing. At least I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But when the first rap song came out. But in the early 80s, oh yeah, in 85, 86, 87, oh, I was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to. You see my movies. It almost came back to me. We ain't got enough room right now. But yeah, so I had gravitated more to that. So like we was a perfect combo. If he could play some music and I can get my dance on, that always worked. We get the party started with just me and him. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it was always a good time, man.
I just wanted to say that about breakdance because that was one of my things. I used to love that. I couldn't rap either. We both got that in common. I tried. We tried. I think I put out a mixtape one time that I think me, my auntie bought one. Cause that's about it, you know what I'm saying? That's all I told. So I went double wood in the hood, but
double wood in the hood, no doubt, no doubt.
You know? Yeah.
The next element is graffiti, and graffiti is basically tagging, spray painting, and it's also a form of expression, just as MCing, just as DJing. Graffiti plays a big part in the hip hop culture. It's a way for people that don't break dance and don't DJ and don't rap to express themselves. So you might be nice with a pen and nice with some colors, and you can put something on the train. Like, you know, Ramon was the first graffiti artist I ever heard of. You know what I'm saying? Beat Street. You know what I'm saying? Ramos, yes. Yeah. And Spit.
Coming on there fucking graffiti up all the time.
He was the first graffiti villain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all, if y'all don't know these movies we talking about, Beat Street, Crush Groove.
You gotta go check them out. Wild
Style. Might as well watch Wild Style. You might as well watch Breakin' 1, 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yes. Just go through the whole hip hop genre. Yeah. Some of these movies might be dated, you know, like my wife say. I might be significantly older than some of y'all, but this hip hop, it bonds us. This is what bonds us. Yes.
This is what we need to talk about the beginning, so you can know. Especially if you rap right now. Just imagine you listening, you right there. You're a rapper right now. You don't even know some of the stuff that we just told you, but this is the stuff that you need. That's what we're here for you to learn where you came from, where your style, not your style per se, but just what rapping come from, where hip hop come from. These are the elements of it. So that's what we're going to break down.
That's right. And so lastly, the fifth element is knowledge. We kind of touched on knowledge. But there was one that we're going to give an honorable mention to, and we're going to get that to fashion. Oh, yes. Before we get into knowledge, we're going to get into fashion, because even if you go back way back when these artists, which is most of them are actors now, you go back to the way that they used to dress. They hip hop have always push the envelope in what we wear, the style, from our fat shoelaces and our shell toes.
Pull your pants up, boy.
All of that is hip hop culture in its finest.
Me wearing my hat to the back, like
that.
Baseball hat's supposed to be for to shield your eyes from the sun.
Nah, man. Nah.
I don't even feel right like that. As a matter of fact, my son see me with my hat like this. He come up and turn it around like this. Like, Daddy, what did you do?
Yeah, but our fashion sense is, but that's something that the Black culture has always tried to set a standard in. But when hip hop touched it, it was just some of everything. You know, we went from baggy pants and bandanas around your neck and spike. They had the spike
see-through shirts,
the net shirts and everything. And I'm glad that graduated from.
I'm glad too. But I've seen it again a little bit. I've been seeing it again.
Yes.
And I ain't mad at the people that can pull it off. I just ain't one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I cannot pull the see-through shirt off with the nipple.
with your nipple hanging out. Oh my God! I just rub it on.
Right. I see them trying to do it, and you know they can push the envelope. These R&B singers and these punk rockers. I don't even know if they call punk rockers no more, but
yeah, they still punk rock
bands. They can get away with some of that stuff. You just cannot walk in the mall wearing that shit. You know
See what it was is I think when it came to expression with your clothing in the beginning, a lot of hip hop artists they kind of thought they were punk. They
Yeah.
they thought they were rock stars. They thought they were rock stars, so they dressed like rock stars.
Mhm.
They even did their hair like rock
Yeah,
stars.
they
So
definitely
so the beginning of hip hop, you couldn't tell a MC, a rapper.
You couldn't tell
from-
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You and Arabian Prince and them, you couldn't tell them nothing, man. What?
Chest all out.
Man, they was
Like
just
all of
ready
that.
for surgery.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. Hip hop has changed, man.
Curtis Blow too. Curtis Blow was wearing some wild stuff back in the day, but nobody said nothing about that.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You can just go back. You know, I mean, if I'm able to do the copyright or whatever, I might be able to throw a couple pictures up in the video. But you look at some of them costumes, man, and you'll know. I mean, we still got costumes. We still wear.
But you look at you look at some of the artists today, and they dress like them in the
That's
'80s.
what I'm saying.
Some of them dudes
That's my
dress
point.
like that.
I might
What's
go
old boy,
side to side.
Young Thug?
Yeah, and they was getting married.
But they
Young
wasn't
Thug.
wearing dresses though.
No, they wasn't wearing no.
They wasn't wearing no
Or
dresses.
no skirts. I don't remember. Was somebody wore the kilt one time?
Yeah.
I think somebody wore the Scotland thing. I
Yeah,
think I
yeah,
seen that
yeah.
one time. But
But-
that was it.
but they
No,
did
and that
push
was Cameo. That was my man for Cameo. Remember? But he used to wear the little cotton to let you know he was for real. You know, he wasn't gay. He had a little card piece on. Yeah, shout out to Rest in Peace, man. Cameo, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the knowledge of this is the big part of our show. We wanted to share what we know about hip hop because I like to think I am
Hip hop historian.
I am a historian
And a connoisseur.
and a connoisseur.
Yes,
I
you
listen.
are.
I try it.
Talk
I'll
about
try.
it for that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
For real.
I collect vinyl.
Mhm.
I got so many pieces of vinyl. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
I would just grab it and see it because
Mhm.
that's what a lot of the DJs that became producers would do. You would look for a break beat that nobody else has used.
Yep.
So in order to do that, you got to go digging through crates,
Producers do that right now.
and they do that right now.
Producers doing
So
that right now.
a lot of the songs that we listen to go back to the 60s, 70s, 80s. They recycle beats.
Yeah.
They recycle.
They do.
So the thing that DJs wanted to do, they wanted to dig in crates and find something obscure that nobody else had, and then they'd create that break beat. And so they'd turn that break beat. Eventually, it became the whole song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's instrumental.
And that,
For
yes.
me to rap over.
Yeah,
Right? You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Let me get it in real
Yeah,
quick,
let me get that in real quick.
Yeah.
And so once upon a time it was just okay, we got the break beat, and so now we got the B-boys and the B-girls out here and they dancing during the break beat. But then DJ Kool Herc was like, hey, get on the mic.
And tell him about how I'm on this, how I'm on these turntables going crazy.
Yes,
Talk about
yeah.
me.
Talk about me. And that went on for
Yes.
decades
Mhm.
as far as hip hop go, where the MC would get on my DJ #1, Jam Master
You
J,
can't get you
cut creator.
Touch this
Yeah,
DJ.
I knew
Yeah.
I knew more DJs than I did, or maybe just as many DJs as I did rappers, but now I don't. You know, you catch a DJ on a comedy show, you'll catch a DJ
Right.
when you go to a concert or something like that, or they on the radio. DJs is on the radio because they not performing for artists the same way that they were. The producer took over that lane.
And I kind of think I kind of blame technology on that too because the vinyl moved to digital. You know what I'm saying? So the way you DJ became a little different because it came easier, so anybody could DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, technology did that for everything.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
rapping,
not anybody
singing,
can rap.
Yeah, I can sing. I'm about to watch. I'm about to put out this R&B.
Shoot,
album.
anybody can have a radio
Yeah.
show or a podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We
So
support you.
so yeah. That's what else you got for me, Shoes? What's on the next? What we gonna talk about next? What's on the next show?
So listen. I got some stuff for y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Like, subscribe, hit that like button. Subscribe to this because we're gonna start from the beginning. We might as well just start from the beginning from the first hip hop song, not the one that I heard, the first one I heard, but the first one that was ever recorded, the first one that was commercially released, the first one that was commercially produced, the first one that was nationally known around the world. We're gonna start from there. We're gonna go all the way to all.
And I bet some of y'all think y'all know what the first hip hop
Yeah, I
song
want you to leave a
is.
comment.
Leave a comment if you think
know,
you know what the first hip hop song
put
is.
it in the comments.
Let me see if you right.
Yeah, put it in the comments. We want to hear from you. our loyal followers and fans. See what you know. And if you and then guess what? That's the reason why you're here, right? Because you want to know. You really want to know. But I want to challenge you to see if you know it.
But like Cashew said, this is the first installment of our new series, Mike Checking with Cashew, Stupid, and Joe De Niro.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go through all of we're gonna go. We're gonna go all the way through the evolution of hip hop. We're gonna start in the 70s, we're gonna hit the 80s, we're gonna hit the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, all the way up to today. And we probably gonna play some of y'all favorite artists. And maybe some artists you never even heard of. We might turn you on to something that you never thought about listening to. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop, like I said, it's a global thing. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. They use hip hop in everything.
It's like that slam your kids was making that y'all had. It was everywhere. It was all in the carpet. That's how hip hop is.
Hip hop is everywhere. And it is some places people don't even realize it is. You know, I got turned on to foreign hip hop. I don't even know what they saying, man.
Right.
But the cadence and the beat is on point. And I'm like, damn, I want to learn another language.
You talking about Mandem overseas? Oh man, yeah, they're going crazy. Mandem go crazy.
Oh my God, they got Middle Eastern rappers, yo.
Yeah,
Middle Eastern rappers killing it. Yeah. So
real.
listen, if you think hip hop is just to where you live, I promise you, it's everywhere. So check us out on the next installment of Mike Checking. Hey man, turn that off, man. That's our first call. Somebody want to call in.
Right.
So check it out. I am Joe De Niro.
And I am Cashew Stupid.
And this is Mike Checking.
We out of here. Peace.
Peace.